The future of our boat rides on the repair of these bulkheads, and it starts with the glassing that we're gonna do today. I had the perfect glass guy lined up to help me do all the glassing. This guy is
Felix, and he is the best glass guy in Linton Bay.
There's Felix.
Hi. This guy is amazing. He can do non-skids, he can do mold.
Got a piece of wood that he just shaped.
Perfect.
Absolutely flawless.
He's basically repaired entire hurricane damaged boats, except he backed out on me the day before he was supposed to start. So I've been scrambling this past week trying to find somebody to help. Found a really good guy. His name's Carlos. He listens, he shows up on time, which is really hard to find here in Panama. The key to glassing in Panama is temperature, because when it's really hot, the epoxy dries super fast. I mean, sometimes it goes so quickly that it starts smoking. So I have ACs. Boy, do I have ACs. I got this AC, boom. I've got this fan that blows down into the cabins. I got this fan that continues around the way. And then we've got one more AC back here. Check that out. That's blowing directly at the work that we're gonna be doing up here. So today, we're glassing this beam. We gotta start with something easy, okay? This is all pretty much new to me. I've done maybe about an hour worth of glassing. We've cut out patterns to fit all these spots so we can build it back up, and then we're gonna do some strips across. The goal is to build up to 20 layers, but you can't do all 20 layers at once. When you let the fiberglass and epoxy resin cure, you get aiming blush, an oily residue on the top, and then you have to regrind it to prep it for the next layers. If you use this stuff called peel ply, we put that on top. All the aiming blush, oily, waxy residue goes to the top of the peel ply, and the peel ply has this weird texture to it, which is perfect for glassing on top of. You tear that peel ply off, and you'll have a perfect layer to glass on top of. It saves so much work and less dust. I hate fiberglass dust, I hate grinding, and even worse, grinding in here, it sucks. Now we're cutting out the bigger pieces that are actually gonna go all the way across the beam. Carlos, where are you from?
Venezuela.
How long have you been in Panama?
5 años.
¿Te gusta fibra?
Yeah.
¿Te gusta lijar?
Lijar no.
Nobody likes grinding fiberglass. We missed a bunch of spots when we were doing all our grinding, and he went in there and just cleaned up all the stuff that we missed. I owe him my life, because if he didn't do it, I would have been in there, and I hate fiberglass dust. We have to remove every last bit of residue. We've been touching it with our hands, we've been planning out how we're gonna build it all up, and it just, I just rubbed glass dust onto my face. It all affects the adhesion, so acetone just removes every last bit of any of the impurities. I think I've made enough excuses and procrastinated enough. I keep on finding more stuff that we need to do, like cleaning, so I can prevent actually starting the glassing, because this is terrifying. I don't know what I'm doing. I hope I don't break my butt. Go. It's go time, baby! It was so difficult getting all this glass to lay down flat. Epoxy's dripping all over the place. We're working against the clock. Had these two big pieces that were supposed to go up, and we dripped epoxy all over them, so they're trash now. Good job, brother. Now we throw all of the tools inside the acetone bucket. No. That way it can dissolve away that resin before it dries. There's like a 10-minute window where you can get all this resin off with acetone. The epoxy will turn into jelly once it starts to kick, and it looks like it's just barely starting. We probably had another 5 minutes of work time. Okay, that's good to know. Learn for next time. All right, we had a nice little lunch. By nice little lunch, I mean nothing. I ate 4 peanuts. I am intermittent fasting, so I cheated. I need to lose all this weight. I have a huge gut. According to my brother Harrison, ain't nobody wanna watch no fat YouTuber. Anyways, we had a chance to let the fiberglassing dry. Check it out. That's what you want to feel. I was working with some bad resin. I could basically dig a hole into it with my fingernail. After 24 hours, that's not good. You can see this is just an hour, and it's already hard as a rock. We're pretty much done cutting all the pieces to build back up the other side of the beam. This is where we had the major crack, so we gotta build that back up, bigger, and then these are the long, skinny pieces. That's gonna build up 3 layers. I'm learning by fire, trial by fire. I don't know what the saying is, but you know what I mean. Dive in, it's fire, you learn quickly or you drown. Something like that. Carlos has the big pieces cut out. Show me up there. Más izquierda? Sí. Porque aquí es muy no fuerte. ¿Cómo se dice no fuerte?
Es muy débil.
Huh?
Está muy débil, ahí hay que reforzarlo.
Sí, weak. What I'm saying is, this is the weak spot right here, so we want to build up around this area. Okay, so most important lesson that I learned from session 1, don't try to roll it up here unless it's a tiny little piece, so you'll wet the wood up here with epoxy. Down here, you roll out the epoxy into the fiberglass. It's actually really tough to saturate that fiberglass with resin. So you do it down here, and then you take that, roll it up, put it up there, unroll it, and that's where you kind of smush it into the wood. We might try 2 or 3 layers of rolling down here and then putting all 3 up at once. All I can say is this AC unit is killing it. The outside AC unit is killing it. It's making it so much easier to glass. We have so much working time. Outside, I'm telling you, by the time we were done mixing it in this pot, it was already smoking, and then you throw away $100. We're just gonna put a little bit of Cabasil to fill some of these lower spots. Lento, lento. Lento es poco aire. You want to try to get all the space on the side. So this is going to help it spread out and dry a lot slower because the heat from the epoxy will speed up the curing process. Corta de peel ply.
Come on, peel ply.
Yeah.
Está bien. Okay.
Poco caja aquí. Sí. I'm pretty sure some of it dripped into my head. Epoxia? Mi pelo?
No.
No?
No.
Let's see her handiwork. Woo! Oh, it's ugly. But it's strong. This is only the first 10 layers, so we're actually going to put another 10 layers tapered all the way out. Carlos went ahead and cleaned everything up, all the drips and drops, which is super helpful. Acetona, it's all about the acetona. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did put down some plastic in the main areas. That should help a little bit, but secretly I am hoping that these floors get destroyed because I hate them and I want an excuse to make new floors. Gracias, mi amigo.
Okay.
I'm pretty much throwing this shirt away because there's epoxy all over it. That shirt is now a rag.
Tennessee whiskey, door is warm, glass is brandy, honey, I stay strong on your love all the time, same places.
Colin, your accent totally disappears when you sing.
Yeah.
You turn into a country singer, bro. You sound like you're from Texas, man.
Knocking on heaven's door.
Do it.
Knocking on heaven's door. Stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you
Stand by me. Stand by me. Country singer, I'm telling you. He loses his accent every single time he sings.
just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand. Everything still remains the same. I can do what 10 people tell me to do. So I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here resting my bones. sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
We've had 24 hours for all the epoxy to completely set. Let's go check out how it looks. Oh. Doesn't look half bad. With this peel ply, we should just be able to peel it off and then have a perfect surface to do more glassing. Carlos, you do the honors. This is my very first glass job. Look at that, I love it. It's so smooth. Oh, you can feel it when glass is good. Look, no more hollow sound. Good glass, bad bouncy glass. We'll just have to trim all that off, but that's easy. Oh yeah. The texture that this peel ply gives the epoxy is just perfect. We've got a massive glass day ahead of us. What we want to do is try to finish all the beams today, and that's very aggressive, but I talked to West Systems this morning. They gave me a bunch of advice on exactly when you can recoat. Peel ply is awesome for when you want to let it dry completely, but if you catch the epoxy about 2.5 hours after you apply it, test it and see if it's tacky but not transferring to your glove. You can actually recoat without washing it and grinding it or even using peel ply. And you'll get this chemical bond because the new layer of epoxy will chemically connect to the existing epoxy. 2.5 horas, no necesita preparado, no necesita lijar, no necesita limpia, no necesita peel ply.
Ok.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Listo.
Agua. Bueno, trying to teach Carlos some English. He's trying to teach me Spanish. We're on the port side forward, and this is the area we're gonna glass today. We're gonna try to knock out this entire beam. We need about 20 layers. I'm probably gonna go 1 or 2 more just to be extra safe, but we're gonna do it in 3 sessions. The first one, we're gonna fill in all these big depressions that we had to grind out. The second one, we're gonna tap into the ceilings. And the third one, we're just gonna build up the beam all the way back up. So it should be just muy fuerte. Carlos is in there doing some last minute prep for us. Bless you, Carlos. I hate grinding. Thank you. I'm definitely suiting up today. Tyvek 400 by DuPont. All night long I felt strands of fiberglass just jabbing me like splinters. It's not as bad as when you're grinding. When you're cutting, you still get little shards and it just keeps you awake at night. The second reason, I've got little drops of epoxy just all in my hair. It's completely dry and I guess I'm just stuck with it forever. But luckily it's not in the long part. I should have learned from Colin because he had a
Massive rock hard patch of epoxy on my head. I just googled it and they said the only thing you can do is shave your head. This is not cool.
The suit has a nice hoodie, which should take care of that. Please don't think I didn't offer PPE to Carlos. You can't force someone to wear PPE, I told him. He says he doesn't need it. I respect his decision as a man, but I'm wearing it. I'm gonna turn off these AC so it'll get a little hotter in here. That way it'll cure a tiny bit faster, and we'll come back in about 2 hours after almuerzo. Hopefully it'll be slightly tacky to the touch, and then we're ready to go for session 2. ¿Qué es almuerzo?
It's an experiment.
Experimental.
Quinoa burger with vegetable.
Quinoa burger, so you're gonna make this into a burger.
Wow.
Healthy. What are you up to?
Seeing how much more cable I need. It's gonna be fucking 10 bell bournes in here.
Damn. So you're saying I need 11?
This is...
You can talk to them for me, right? I'm not eating crazy today, por favor.
Okay.
Poco. Poquito más.
But this is not a burger.
Muy bien, chef.
Gracias.
No, ay, gracias, you de nada. Let's go check to see the tackiness. It's all about the tackiness. Per West, you want to use a gloved finger to check just a little tacky, you should be good to go. Let's do glass session number 2. Poco más arriba.
Poco más arriba.
If you could look into my eyes, you'd see why I am hypnotized. Oh, you get drunk with desire high from all the things your dirty mind wants. You wanna see what's deep inside and take you for a mighty ride. Oh, you get some from all fire and blind from all the things your dirty mind wants.
Whew, session 2 complete. It was a little harder. The bigger square pieces that go up straight into the ceiling, actually above the wall and then into the deck. So that should give us a really strong connection point, especially because it's gonna be sandwiched in between the beam. I don't know if this is really how it's supposed to be, but logically, doesn't that make more sense if you're tying a beam into the ceiling, not on top of the beam, but somewhere in the center? Kind of like this really awesome breakfast place that we go to in Vegas. It's called Hash House A Go-Go. They have these bacon waffles that literally have bacon cooked in the middle of the waffle. Middle bacon coming out. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We have underside of the beam, we have the bacon, and then we'll have the top side of the beam. Anything to make me sleep better at night. Our third and final session will just be long pieces built out, tapering outwards. So our window to tacking, so our window to tackiness should be about 2.5 hours, but came back in an hour and a half and it was already on the way to being not tacky. We're gonna keep a close eye on it. In the meantime, I'm gonna go pick up my laundry. There's this really nice lady here. Her name's Nancy. She's got a blue house over yonder. She does laundry, she has food. She likes to overcharge you if you're not paying attention or if you look like a gringo, which apparently I'm a gringo. A wash and a dry, $6. I got my money bag here. Hola. Gracias, Nancy. Contar para mí, por favor. Mucho dinero. Gracias. Okay, bye, Nancy. Thank you. You have a good afternoon. Clean clothes, fiberglass free. I told her my name is David, pero Davis. Davis. Look, Wilmer, ¿por qué mi nombre es Davis? Es David. Sí. That's Wilmer. Pretty sure he stole some tools from under my boat, or at least swapped some tools from under my boat. He had the same tools as me, a DeWalt grinder, and my DeWalt grinder became about 2.5 years older and discolored over the course of a day. Let's see where we're at.
Guante.
Guantes. Tacky but no residue. Okay. Bueno, glass session number 3. He's mixing it right here in front of the AC, so it stays cold. Gives us a little bit longer pat life. But one quick tip on the mixing of the resin, you want to go back and forth. Really easy to lose track. Yesterday we were doing like 7 of this and then 7 of that. Today we started going back and forth. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. It's never going to be off proportion. They say a few % off and it's not going to work well. We need it to work well. I just got epoxy in my eye.
How many layers is that?
I filled in these with about 5 layers to build it back up. 4 or 5 right here. 8 layers all the way back. Maybe 9 layers.
This one looks a little
Right
bit
here.
dryish.
Dos más.
Dos más.
Resina.
Fuck, it's cold down here. It's so good.
You can work it from somewhere else.
You can be really confident with this. It's epoxy, biax. No way it's going to crack through here again, you know?
Y'all heard that. I'm a glasser now, okay? Per Colin, come on.
Good job. This is amazing. Other side ready?
It's half. Take a look. Starboard side.
This needs a lot more glass, yeah. So this is full width here, so you're just glassing this. You gotta get it back to there.
Well, I was gonna just go all the way across.
So that's well prepped, it doesn't need any grinding. Glass it up with all cut.
Yeah, I got it all cut. I was gonna do it tomorrow.
And you go to the city, famous city run that you do every week.
Going to the city is the best part of Panama.
Good job, Carlos.
All right, thanks, bro.
Do we have an orbital between us?
Yeah, downstairs. Yeah. The method we're using isn't just from Colin, it's actually from Vincent Prevost. He's the designer of this boat. It's not from Lagoon. They're just repairing the straight bulkhead. They're actually ignoring the entire beam. We had massive cracks under the beam. Vincent Prevost, on the other hand, designed this boat, and he told us exactly how to fix it. In that inside corner where we put all that reinforcement, that's actually the weakest point on the boat. That's what cracks. Not ours. Ours won't crack, but any of those Lagoons out there that weren't fixed the right way, I don't know, guys. So you guys got to see a beam from start to finish. We were able to knock it out in one day because we used the tacky and do another coat method. On the other side, we went with the peel ply, which is awesome. But if you want to knock it all out in one day, you can't beat this. All right, guys, mañana, we're gonna do the beams on the other side, wrap those up, and then our beams will be done. And then in goes the bulkhead sandwiches. So I feel like that beam glassing that I did on the port side is just a little dry, and I really hope I'm wrong. So I got Felix, he's back there. He is the fiberglass pro here in Linton Bay. I'm gonna have him look at it. I'm praying he doesn't tell me to grind it all out and do it again. I did the glassing for the beam, but it looks a little dry.
That's okay.
It's okay? You sure? Because look, it looks... Ah, fuck.
It's okay, man.
It's okay?
Yeah.
No necesita grind todo?
Do you have a knife?
See? It's okay.
It's okay. Super. Good job.
See? If it was no good, I'd have to grind all of that out. Mira. This side I'm proud of. And then aquí. It's okay?
Super okay. Good job.
Okay. Gracias. The pro says it's good. It's good. We got Plucky from Sailing into Freedom. He's going to take a look at my glass work.
You want me to be polite?
No, I want you to be honest.
I think it's terrible.
So I need to regrind it.
Well, I don't know about regrinding it. Fuck.
So the original wasn't even glassed into the deck,
Yeah. Well,
and we're just glassing it in because I just don't want to move.
we know.
We know where the original ended up. All right, buddy. Thanks for the advice.
Hey, no worries.
Helps
no
a lot.
worries.
There he is. Come tell me the good news.
Good news or bad news?
No, I want the good news. Just only good news. If it's bad news, just...
Bad news, I'll just walk away. These are cable ties.
Yeah, man. If you need some...
these for?
I don't know. Just...
Mary.
Yeah. There you go. She loves it. Please, just good news. Oh, bro. It's fucked. Oh, I can't tell if you're fucking with me.
Did you put in your resin?
A little bit.
I'm kidding. It looks good.
Seriously.
Yeah, this shit's dry, but
Be careful, dude. It poked the shit out of me. I'm pretty sure it went entirely through my finger.
no, that's okay. That doesn't look dry to me.
Oh, okay.
Dry would look like that, like white.
Okay.
Like feel the fibers and shit. That's solid.
I was talking to Plucky.
Up here's good.
He came over and looked at it. He's like, it's fucked. I knew he was just trying to start shit.
Plucky said that.
Yeah. He was just trying to fuck with me. 3 times stronger. This is what I'm proud of. Banging on a brick.
It's the same strength as the other side. Just it looks better. It's a solid beam, but it's the same as the other side.
Carlos thanks you. I thank you. Because if you said it was bad, he'd be the one sitting here grinding for 2 days.
Oh.
No, perfecto. Okay. Bueno, gracias, señor. Thank you, boat gods. Thank you, fiberglass gods.
Beams are done.
My glass work has been approved by 2 out of 3. I really only care about what Colin thinks, and he's the one that's been guiding me through this whole process. He wouldn't lead me wrong. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me.